Yo, welcome back to the No Cut Sports Podcast with your host, Frazier. And y'all already know, man, we got a few things we need to talk about pertaining to the Philadelphia Eagles. But before we get started, if you could for me, please like, comment, and subscribe to always catch this vibe, man. Y'all already know. But we got breaking news. And I'm reading from the Bleeding Green Nation, Brandon Lee Gouton's article, and it says, in this title, Johnny Wilson's injury.
Here's Johnny.
Eagles wide receiver will undergo season-ending surgery. Really unfortunate news, man. And it just goes on to say that the Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver Johnny Wilson will undergo season-ending surgery on his knee and ankle, according to reports from the Enquirer's Jeff McLean. Wilson suffered an apparent injury during the Eagles' Tuesday's training camp practice. He limped off the field in pain with help from the trainer after getting rolled up on. After being evaluated in the medical tent, he was carted inside the team's facility at the NovaCare complex. This is really unfortunate news for Wilson, who turned the corner after a rough start to training camp. This second-year wide receiver shined in the Eagles' first preseason game by using his 6'6" frame to make a jump ball catch. Wilson's figured to contribute as a blocker, special teams player, and occasionally red zone target in 2025. Instead, he'll end up being placed on the injury reserve. It says Wilson's injury leaves the Eagles with 6 wide receivers who are projected to make the 53-man roster. A.J. Brown, DeVonta Smith, and Jahan Dotson are cemented as the top trio. After them, it's undrafted rookie sensation Darius Cooper, Ainias Smith, and then recently acquired John Metchie III. Speaking of the Metchie trade, that move to add more wide receiver depth is aging well. So that's the end of the article. But as you can see right there, we will not have Johnny Wilson this season. Very sad news because, just like they said, I've been covering Johnny Wilson these last 2 years, and biggest thing that I was saying about Johnny was that, and what they mentioned in the article, him being the size that he is and what he can do with that size, high point the ball, jump over cornerbacks and things like that. It's like your average cornerback is like, I think 6 foot, like under 6'1" or whatever the case may be. And Johnny Wilson being 6'6", probably 6'7", 6'8" with the cleats on, should be able to go up there and get anything he need to get. So, So it's very unfortunate to hear about that, but definitely wanted to see how they were going to use him this year, as they mentioned also in the article. Good preseason game. Heard a lot of good things about him in training camp, and just expected to see him out there and get worked in. So now this honestly throws a monkey wrench in what's going on with the wide receiver position, because I know people were speculating with the John Metchie trade, like, oh, was he going to come here because we're getting rid of Jahan Dotson? And if that was even a rumor or even any truth to that, I can guarantee that that's not even happening no more, because now you're down one more wide receiver. I know the Eagles do like to keep their draft picks and try to develop those players. But with this happening, you definitely got to keep Jahan Dotson. Not that I'm saying that they were going to get rid of him, because I felt like, he had 1 year left on his deal, built that rapport with Jalen Hurts. Why get rid of that? You know what I mean? So sad news, man. Very, very sad to hear. But I do hope my man has a speedy recovery. Also that the Philadelphia Eagles, they take on the Jets tomorrow at 7:30. And it's an away game. I said I was going to go live. I've been going live these last few days. I've been trying to engage with my followers, you know what I mean? Trying to be a better content creator for y'all. And it's been going well. Like I said, though, I don't know if y'all got to see the videos. It just takes a long time. It takes about a day for the video to upload to YouTube. So I just, like to make the video on my phone and then, just upload it to YouTube, because that's way more time. But with all that being said, though, I think I'm gonna go live a little bit more often. Helps me with the engagement with the followers and things like that. We get to chop it up about football. But I don't know if I'm gonna do it tomorrow, depending on how I'm feeling. I got some things going on, so I might just chill, because they said they weren't playing too many players. I don't think they're playing any players that made the team, and then of course the starters ain't been playing all preseason, which they never do. So yeah, man. So I don't know, man. We'll see, but we are getting ready for the 53-man roster cut. So I think that comes up Tuesday by 4 p.m. I want to say I think I heard John McMullen say that today. Yeah, I want to say it was about 4 o'clock. So we'll figure out who's on this team. But I'm definitely thinking now, since I'm on here, we can talk about this too. Since I'm on here, I definitely think now with Johnny Wilson being injured, Darius Cooper's a lock, bro. He gotta be a lock. I don't like the guaranteed things in life, but Darius Cooper gotta be a lock at this point. I know they did say, I heard John McMullen, because I do watch Xander and him in the morning, that the Eagles do have a love for him, but they still think he needs to develop, which he's a rookie. Of course he needs to still develop. You know what I mean? So, but the talent that man possesses, you can't let that walk out the door, man. No way you put that on the practice squads, because us winning the Super Bowl, I think we got like second to last on waivers, whatever the case may be. So we're not, we can't put a claim in. We're not getting that guy back. So, yeah, man. So, I hope to see him make the team. I don't know, Andrew Makumba. Did they ever update on his injury too? Let me check real quick. Hold up. Because Andrew Makumba, I ain't gonna lie neither, man. He was playing very, very well, man. That says Eagles training camp as a day ago. So it's a hamstring injury. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I thought it was something a little bit more serious, but I'm glad that that's not, well, that's still kind of serious too, because it could linger through the season. But that was another thing with Andrew Makumba too. They were like, how's his health? Will he be available a lot to play? So, like what I seen on the field from him, I will say that, man, talent wise. And then we talked about yesterday, Keely Ringo getting demoted. But I do think he's going to still be on this team. But I do want to see, man, who's going to make the push for cornerback too, because you got Mac McWilliams in play. You got Bennett, of course, and that's what I'm kind of pulling for, because I seen his tape, and Adoree Jackson as well. And I know John McMullen. I know I keep referring to him, but he was like, don't be so down on Adoree Jackson. So he got the most knowledge and time in the NFL and experience. So he might be a pretty decent player out there. Might first couple of weeks might get cooked. Not say cooked like that, but he might get routed up a few times. You know what I mean? But if he can get settled into the position, I think we should be okay. But if Howie feels like he needs to go out here, Howie will go out here and go do something. So, but they still said they might make another trade, man. And I don't know who for and what for, but I know they did get the linebacker yesterday, Campbell. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But that's all I had, man, for today. I don't want to hold y'all too much longer, so I'll get to just talking about anything on here. But like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna go live tomorrow for the preseason game, but I'm gonna stick to my word, man. I'm gonna be making more videos. Drop down in the comments. Let me know what kind of videos y'all want to see. If y'all want to talk about anything, try to go live a little bit more often as well too. But I'm gonna get my little setup together here, man. I'm gonna get a different camera and a couple of lights, something, make it look nice. Make it look nice. So, but with that being said, man, it's now from the No Cut Sports Podcast. If you could, before y'all get up out of here, please like, comment, and subscribe to always catch this vibe. And before we get out of here, man, can I get a go Birds, baby? I'ma holla at y'all. Y'all be safe.